In this video, I'll show you a simple method for presenting grammar called EEE. So what is grammar? Grammar is a set of rules or conventions that tell us how to combine words to make meaning. However, English is renowned for having a lot of exceptions to these rules. You might feel nervous or intimidated by the idea of teaching grammar. Don't worry, this is normal. Many teachers feel this way, especially native or regular English speakers. For regular speakers of English, correct grammar is second nature. For most teachers, it's not that we don't know grammar. The challenge is to find ways to articulate and explain grammar concepts to our students. Today I'll give you a technique for arranging your grammar presentation that will make grammar easy to teach and fun to learn. EEE stands for explanation, examples, and exercise. It's a simple way to arrange your grammar presentation. We often think of grammar explanations as dry, wordy, and repetitious. It doesn't have to be this way. You can explain your grammar point in a variety of interesting ways. Some examples might be: explain a verb tense with a timeline diagram or a story. Explain adverbs of frequency such as sometimes, never, and always with a calendar or a schedule. Explain possessive pronouns, mine, yours, his, and hers, by making paper airplanes and flying them from student to student. Demonstrate this, that, these, and those, or prepositions of place, under, behind, and on, with realia, real items placed at different locations around the room. Demonstrate countable and uncountable nouns, some water, 2 potatoes, with images of grocery items and a shopping trolley. And demonstrate more complex grammar structures with a substitution table. You'll find more information about how these work in the sample lesson plans and other resources. Your examples might be combined or blend in with your explanation. The key thing to remember with the examples is to get students involved. Show your own examples and elicit a range of examples from your students. Interesting ways to do this could be demonstrating concepts with actions, showing an interesting picture with a funny caption, using the target grammar, and then asking your students to think of their own captions, using realia or props, describing them and asking your students to do the same using the target grammar. Finally, you need to devise a fun activity that will get students practicing the grammar. Examples might be a game of charades to practice present continuous tense, a fill-in-the-blanks race on the whiteboard, rolling a dice with different aspects of the grammar point on each side, then challenging your students in teams to produce some output according to what rolls up. Your exercise should be interesting and fun. Now is not the time for bookwork. Here are some tips for explaining grammar. Avoid lengthy, wordy, and technical definitions of grammar terms. Watch this. Here's one way to explain this, that, these, and those. This, that, these, and those are demonstratives. We use this, that, these, and those to point to people and things. This and that are singular, these and those are plural. We use them as determiners and pronouns. Here's another way. This is a pen. These are pens. This is a pen. These are pens. As a learner, which of those techniques would you prefer? Keep your grammar explanation specific. If your curriculum covers statements with there is and there are, only talk about statements, don't branch into questions with is there and are there. If your curriculum covers present simple tense to talk about habits or regular occurrences, only cover that context. Don't confuse your students by talking about the other uses of present simple tense, such as giving instructions or directions, expressing fixed arrangements in the present or the future, and so on. Learn grammar meta-language, the terms we use to talk about grammar. This will help you articulate your ideas clearly to students and help them start to see connections between the various grammar concepts. Use EEE to give you a clear and simple structure to follow when delivering grammar, and keep your presentation engaging and fun for you and your students.